Me pop up again. Too much drip, ooh. Keep it real, ooh. Too much drip, ooh. Keep it real, ooh.
Hey beauties, it's Nikea here with a quick minimal makeup tutorial for you. I promise you'll be able to get ready within 15 or 20 minutes with only 10 products. So let's get into this. So you're gonna start off by mixing your foundation with your moisturizer. Please, let's make sure that we have SPF in our moisturizer. The foundation that I use also has SPF, so I'm just mixing 2 pumps of moisturizer with 2 pumps of my foundation. Well, my foundation doesn't have pumps, but you get the drift. So I'm mixing them together on this palette, and I'm going to take this foundation brush and paint that onto my face. Now, yes, it looks lighter because I have the moisturizer in there, but don't worry, it's all going to work out in the end, I promise. And I'm making sure that I apply this to all areas of my face because I want to moisturize my entire face and I don't want to waste any product. Now I'm just pressing this into my skin with my typical foundation brush, just making sure that I have an even application. So this is going to give me nice minimal coverage, allow me to look fresh and have even skin tone without having full coverage face. So not too heavy, but also not too light. So get a minimal glam. And I forgot to do this at the beginning, but I'm taking my Carmax to moisturize my lips because there's no point in having a moisturized face and crusty lips. Now I am taking my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This is in the shade Deep Cinnamon. And I usually use this shade for color correcting because it's my complexion, but as you can see, it has those reddish pink undertones, which will cancel out any dark marks or discoloration. So I'm using that under my eyes to cancel out any dark circles. And I love using this step since I have such a minimal foundation coverage. I can still conceal where I need to and color correct without highlighting and give myself a nice even complexion. Now I'm just gonna groove my eyebrows, of course, brushing them through and using the same eyebrow pencil that I always use, Simma Brown now from Wet n Wild. My eyebrows are the same, they don't really change. And since I do have a minimal makeup application, I'm doing my best to do a lighter brow, less heavy, but I still want it to be sharp, clean, defined. So I don't get my eyebrows micro shaded or micro bladed, so I definitely have to fill them in because as you can see, they are a little sparse. And this gives my concealer a little time to set down before I actually go in with my beauty blender and blend it out. So I'm just taking my beauty blender, which is a little bit damp, and just blending that out into my complexion, making sure that there's no line of demarcation. And as you can see, my skin is just looking flawless, like I just woke up like this. Next, I'm going in with a loose setting powder that is my complexion, and I'm going to set the areas where I applied concealer, which is under my eyes and around my mouth. I'm also going to set the areas where I would typically highlight, just because, you know, my face still needs to be set, and just lightly tap and set all over my face because I don't want to powder down my face too much because we're going for a natural minimal look here. And of course, if you're going natural and minimal, you have to have a glow from within. So I'm using this liquid highlighter from MAC, and I'm just using the tiniest bit on the back of my hand, and I'm going to use this angled face brush, and I'm going to apply that to the high points of my face, on my cheekbone up to my temple. I'm going to apply it on my nose, my forehead, and my chin, and also a little bit on my cupid's bow. With this, a little bit goes a long way. And I have put this on top of powder before and I have no issue. So that's why I was okay with setting before actually applying the liquid highlighter. In my opinion, liquid and cream products are the best when you're going for a minimal makeup look or for a natural makeup look because they give you that nice glow and they meld better with the skin and they won't just sit on top of your skin. Period. And now I'm just going back and fixing my brows because I feel like I just put them on. So I'm just using my angle brush and I'm going to use my spoolie to blend out the product because remember, I want to go for a natural brow, a natural-ish brow, not typical heavy brow for a full glam. And then just to define the shape, I'm taking that same concealer that I use under my eyes to color correct, and I'm just going to use that to define the shape of my brow underneath, because typically I would use a highlighting color, but again, since we're going for a natural, glowy, minimal makeup look, I want it to be as subtle as possible. So I'm going to use this color, which will blend in nicely with my skin tone. All right, back with this cream blush cheek and lip tint from BH Cosmetics. I just take this big fluffy face brush and I put some of that product on there and wipe some off in the lid. And I'm just gonna put this on the apples of my cheek, and I actually put it up to my temples, and I put a little bit on my nose because I love the way that it looks. It gives you a nice, refreshed, youthful look. And again, we're going for that minimal makeup, so we wanna look nice, refreshed, youthful, all that jazz. And again, cream products that are going to meld in with the skin and not sit on top. And then I'm just going to bronze and add a little bit of shape. This one does have shimmer in it, and that's okay. I'm just gonna put this on the places on my face where the sun would naturally hit to give my face some shape and continue with that nice glowy look. So I didn't contour, but I am gonna bronze just to add some depth and dimension. And then I'm just framing my face on my forehead and on my cheekbones. And that sun is gonna hit and it's just gonna pop. And this is a minimal eyeshadow look, so I'm just taking my normal blending brush, and this is an eyeshadow, single eyeshadow called Outback Powder. Y'all know I love an orangey, brownish terracotta color. Use this to add some warmth and dimension to my eyelids, so it's just not one color and flat. And then I'm going to take a shadow brush and the remaining setting powder that's in the lid of my product, and I'm going to get that and place that on my eyelid just so that everything can be one cohesive look. And I think I did put concealer on my eyes a little bit, so this will help set it. And of course, you want to put on mascara, because you know when you're putting on makeup, product will sometimes get on your lashes, and mascara can really open up your eyes and make them look bigger and make you look more awake, and it just enhances the look of your face and the look of your eyes. And you cannot forget your bottom lashes. Do not forget. Of course, we're going to keep the lip natural and simple. I'm using the same pencil that I use for my brows, which is Simma Brown now from Wet n Wild. I get these from Walmart. I'm just going to line my lips. You can actually skip this step and just wear your lip balm, but I'm using a fleshy pinky tone lipstick, and this is called In the Flesh from Wet n Wild. And just to add a little depth and dimension, I'm using Pink Sugar, which is a little lighter, to add a pout, and topping that off with a pinky gloss to keep that nice shine. Again, we're going for a nice, glowy, youthful, refreshed, minimal makeup look. That's it for today's videos, beauties. Thank you so much for watching. But before you go, make sure you go down below and click that subscribe button. Right next to that, click that bell notification button so that you never miss when I post. Like I always say, it's free, it's easy, and it's fun. I'll see you in the next one, beauties. Bye.
Alright, they asking for the queen. Look back while I twerk. No comparison. I'm a savage, yeah. Classy, bougie, gadget.